All right, welcome to Fishing with Phil. I just want to do an update of where we're at before the season starts and an unveiling of my brand new rod that I got at the Chicago Fishing Expo that happened in late January. That was a great time. I was glad to get out there and see a lot of cool booths and talk to people that are very involved in the industry. So today's objective of the video is going to be showing you my new rod, updating you on the fishing situation, is telling you the soonest that I may be fishing, a little update there, and the outlook of what this new season's going to entail, and the videos that you will have the opportunity to view. So I decided to purchase a crankbait rod. So I've been loyal to Berkley. That was my first rod, Abu Garcia, so I kind of have all over the horizon kind of brands, of rods, depending on what I want, the type of fishing it's going to be, plastics, crankbaits, a jig rod, whatever you want to view it as. So I was like, well, I heard St. Croix, it's a very good brand, and I was like, well, maybe we should check them out. So while I was at the Chicago Expo show, we came over some of their rods, and I talked to them and decided that this rod, which I believe is a 7-1, let me double check this for you guys. Yes, this is a 7-1. Medium power. I'll show you in a sec. See, 7-1 medium power. And that's really good for crankbait fishing. That's a great size, and it's the right action, fast tip, which right here you can just see when you're setting that hook, it's going to go from straight to like that, which is really important. So that I got that new rod. I love the rod. I haven't used it yet, but just from the feeling of the sensitivity, how much give it gives me, I really like it. And so that's my new rod that I added to my arsenal of rods, along with my Abu Garcia Vertus 2.0, which is another great rod. I recommend that you put that into your arsenal. I have it in a 6.6, I believe, medium action. It's great all-around rod, plastics, crankbaits. I have jigged fish with it, but for jig fishing and crankbait fishing, I do like having a longer rod, about medium action and fast tip at the top, so that you can really set that hook in when you're, no matter what cover you're fishing, if it's heavy cover or whatever. So that's really important. Now, since you have seen the rod, I will show you the reel, which again is great. I love this reel. I also bought it, I guess you could say, because of the expo I bought it. It was kind of a crazy thing happened. We were gonna get a low price and we ended up not, because there were some difficulties getting it, along with the guys I was dealing with. That's a story for another day. So this is the Abu Garcia Revo SX30. I really love this reel. It's great. So I knew I needed a new reel for this rod, and so I was like, what am I using this rod for? So I'm using this rod for crankbait fishing, jig, and probably plastic. So it's fine to have a 6:2 gear ratio, because for crankbait fishing, you're gonna be, if you're burning it, you're gonna be a little faster. Even when you're not burning it, you're gonna be going faster. And jig fishing, depending on how you're doing that, having a faster gear ratio really can benefit when you're pulling out those big fish and you really have to start reeling fast, so you can get on your edge of the fight when you're reeling in that fish. So now that I showed you the new reel and rod, I'd like to update you guys on what this year, what you're gonna be seeing from me video wise, and when I'm gonna be starting doing my videos. So, as of now, I am not gonna be able to fish because of a snowstorm that's coming in. So, like I was planning to go up and fish, that's not gonna happen. So the soonest I'm gonna be probably fishing is in the next couple of weekends. We're hoping to get the boat in so that I can get on the water and shoot video. As you know, when the water gets warm, the fish do move up. Spawn is supposed to happen around May, but sometimes happens sooner for us, depending on how warm it gets. I'm usually able to start catching them. So my first video I wanted to do that I didn't do last year because this channel was started later in the year is kind of a pre-spawn, post-spawn lures, my favorites, how to fish the spawn, what I use, what techniques I use, because I feel that is a time that for a lot of beginning anglers that is a hard time to catch fish, and it's important that you know how to fish them so you can be successful, and that's why I'm ultimately here to help you. So that's the first video. The second video will be how to locate and fish a point. I think that's really important. Points can be very beneficial when it's windy, you know, just line yourself up, get on that point, start, you know, doing whatever you need to. Fishing a point with a crankbait can be great. I'll get more into that in that video. I want to do a video on how to fish a wacky rig. You need to know that it can really give you a lot of advantages during an overcast day where the fish are just lethargic and not in it like they usually are. I also want to do a video on how to prepare for a successful day. You know, fishing is not only about being successful on the water, like lure wise and having skills. It's about preparing yourself so that you can have success. So that's going to be a great video. Along with that, I want to do a video on see, there's some problems here because of companies that I was going to do stuff for, but it just ultimately didn't work out. A big one that is really important. I want to do how to fish a weed bed. Weed beds can be so productive for so many reasons. Depending if it's you have grass, depending whatever it is. Weed beds, if you have weeds right on surface, top water, that can be great. I've gotten a lot of fish off of that. Fishing a swim bait, one of my favorite swim baits. I know it's not like a huge man, but Bass Pros, Speed Shad, perfect. Rig it up, Texas rig, get a owner hook, screw and hook, Texas rig it, you know, do that, put it on and just swim it through various speeds and you'll catch fish. I caught a 8-pounder last year and it was great. I want to do a cold water jig trick kind of video. I want to show you the inside and outs of jig fishing in the cold before the water starts warming up. There also will be a video later in the summer of jig fishing in the summer, like the heat. So you're going to learn all about that. Skipping fishing, again, kind of a little review on that and more techniques that I have not discussed. Chatterbait fishing will be a huge one. Lipless cranks we'll talk about. Deep diving cranks, I'm really going to go to town with this in the summer because that's going to be really important. And that's pretty much it for what I have planned so far. As I have more time to make videos, I will, and I'll have more ideas coming up. I'm going to try to make a lot more videos than last year. I appreciate everybody who has been involved, not only on the Instagram page, but on my channel, looking at my videos, getting views, and telling people about my channel. So, like I always say, get out on the water, introduce somebody to fishing, tell them about me, and subscribe, leave a comment below. You can be critical, it doesn't matter. Anything that can help me, I'll take. So, have a great day. get on the water and send me your fishing pics to my email that I'll list below. See ya.